Hello and welcome to our fourth weekly quiz from Balderton Methodist Church. It's good to see people again, and if anybody is new, we give you a very warm welcome. For new people, just a reminder that there will be 5 rounds, 10 questions in each round. For each question, you will only need to write A, B, C or D for your answer. If you haven't downloaded an answer and score sheet, then just use a piece of paper and pencil. That's fine. So you will see, as we show you the rounds, that there is a theme again tonight. A tenuous theme, probably. So here are the rounds. Round 1 is where in the world is spring? Round 2, spring music. Round 3, what happened in spring? Round 4, spring is here. And round 5, spring with a wipeout theme. Okay, so they are the rounds. All of them have something to do with spring. So we move on to round 1. Where in the world is spring? Question 1. On which continent will you find the springbok roaming in the wild? Is it A, South America, B, North America, C, Africa, or D, Asia? Where would you find the springbok? Question 2. In which state of USA is Palm Springs? Is it A, Arizona, B, California, C, Nevada, or D, Oregon? Where is Palm Springs? Question 3. What spring flower is often associated with Wales? A, daffodil, B, primrose, C, lily of the valley, or D, anemone? Which spring flower is linked to Wales? Question 4. In the UK, the only true hot springs, which are hotter than 37 degrees centigrade, are to be found in which town? A, Tunbridge Wells in Kent, B, Buxton in Derbyshire, C, Hotwells, which is in Bristol, or D, Bath in Somerset? Where are the only true hot springs in the UK? Question 5. In which country did the Arab Spring begin? Was it A, Egypt, B, Libya, C, Tunisia, or D, Yemen? Question 6. In which part of Australia is Alice Springs to be found? A. New South Wales, B. Northern Territory, C. Queensland, or D. Western Australia? Where is Alice Springs? Question 7. Spring Moon is a book by Betty Lloyd that is set in which country? A. Brazil, B. China, C. Holland, or D. Libya? Where is Spring Moon set? Question 8. The English Grand National takes place during spring at which racecourse? Is it A. Aintree, B. Ascot, C. Epsom, or D. Newmarket? Where does the English Grand National take place? Question 9. Planting shrubs in spring. English law once said that homeowners must plant shrubs for a tax break. During which century? Is it A. the 17th, B. the 18th, C. the 19th, or D. the 20th? When did people get a tax break for planting shrubs? And question 10. Spring is a time when baby birds begin to hatch. Besides flying, what else do baby birds learn early? A. to sing, B. to dance, C. to find their own food, or D. none of these? What do baby birds learn to do early other than flying? And that was the end of round 1. So we move on and we find the questions for round 2. And round 2 is spring music. Question 1. Listen to the song. Deanna Durbin, in a movie adaptation of Cinderella, is singing Spring in My Heart. But based on the works of who? A. Brahms, B. Strauss, C. Mendelssohn, or D. Liszt? Which composer? Question 2. Now listen to the second clip.
The flowers start to bloom, the blossoms on the trees fill the air with sweet perfume. Spring is in the air, spring is every...
Unsurprisingly, that was Spring is in the Air. But from which film does it come? A. Snow White, B. Beauty and the Beast, C. Tinkerbell, or D. Thumbelina? Which film does Spring is in the Air come from? Question 3. Listen to this introduction. That was a Dusty Springfield hit from 1967. What was the title of the song? A. You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. B. Son of a Preacher Man. C. I Only Want to Be With You. Or D. Wishing and Hoping. Which introduction was that music from? Number 4. Listen to this next song.
Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, que ça me fait quelque chose.
That was a song about spring, but in which city? A. Berlin, B. Amsterdam, C. Paris, or D. Madrid? Which city was that song about? Number 5. Listen to the song.
Some other spring I've tried to love. Now I still cling to faded blossoms.
That was Some Other Spring. But which popular jazz singer did you just hear? Was it A. Ella Fitzgerald, B. Billie Holiday, C. Sarah Vaughan, or D. Dinah Washington? Who did you just hear? Number 6. Listen now to Bruce Springsteen.
Know my own face, oh brother, are you gonna leave me wasting away on the streets of Philadelphia?
That was a song about a city in America. But in which state is the city to be found? A. New York, B. Ohio, C. Pennsylvania, or D. Virginia? Where was that song? Number 7. Listen now to this well-known tune.
As now they do, then younger than springtime am I.
That was from a well-known musical. But what was the musical? A. Carousel, B. Oklahoma, C. Showboat, or D. South Pacific? Which musical was that song from? Number 8. Listen to this classical piece. That was Spring. Who was the composer? A. Bach, B. Beethoven, C. Mozart, or D. Vivaldi? Who composed the music you heard? Question 9. Listen to the next song clip.
In a melancholy way, that it might as well be spring.
Which singer sang the track you just heard? A. Dean Martin, B. Frank Sinatra, C. Matt Monro, or D. Pat Boone? Who did you hear singing? And the last musical question, listen to this last music clip.
I vow to thee, my country, all earthly things above, and
Wrote the poem upon which this patriotic song is based? Is it A. Cecil Spring Barley, B. Cecil Spring Corn, C. Cecil Spring Onion, or D. Cecil Spring Rice? Which Cecil Spring wrote the poem for that song? That was a bit different. Right, now we move on to round 3. And round 3 is all about what happened in spring. Question 1. In some European countries, it is traditional to have large bonfires on Easter Eve. But what is burnt at these fires? Is it A. palms from the previous year, B. old Christmas trees, C. old clothes, or D. effigies of Judas Iscariot? What is burnt on the Easter Eve bonfires? Question 2. Daylight increases in spring. Why? Is it A. the Earth doesn't spin as fast on its axis, B. the Earth's axis is increasing its tilt towards the Sun, C. the Sun moves closer to the Earth in the spring, or D. the Earth is closest to the Sun in its orbit? Why does daylight increase in spring? Question 3. The Falklands War began in the month of April, but during which year? Is it A. 1980, B. 1981, C. 1982, or D. 1983? When did the Falklands War begin? Question 4. On April the 12th, 1961, Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human in space. What did he travel in? A. Vostok 1, B. Sputnik 1, C. Soyuz 1, or D. Saturn 1? What did Yuri Gagarin travel in? Question 5. On an icy spring morning, the Titanic sank off Newfoundland. To where was the ship sailing? A. Washington, B. New York, C. Boston, or D. Philadelphia? Where was the Titanic sailing to on its fateful voyage? Question 6. During the spring of 1796, Dr. Edward Jenner developed a vaccine. What did the vaccine prevent? A. Smallpox, B. Polio, C. Measles, or D. Whooping cough? What did Jenner's vaccine help prevent? Question 7. In the spring of 1844, who was the first person to send an official telegraph message? Was it A. Bell, B. Marconi, C. Morse, or D. Baird? Who sent the first official telegraph message? Question 8. Born on the 10th of June 1922, she starred in The Wizard of Oz. What was her name? Was it A. Doris Day, B. Mae West, C. Judy Garland, or D. Barbra Streisand? Who was born on the 10th of June 1922? Question 9. The Magna Carta was signed in the spring of 1215. Which king signed the document? Was it A. Richard I, B. John, C. Henry II, or D. William III? Which king signed the Magna Carta? And the last question of this round, question 10. Who, after the abdication of his brother, was crowned king in Westminster Abbey during the spring of 1937? Was it A. George IV, B. George V, C. George VI, or D. George VII? Which king was crowned in Westminster Abbey in 1937? And so now we'll find out the answers for those 3 rounds to see how you did. Round 1 answers are as follows. Question 1, C, Africa. Question 2, B, California. Question 3, A, daffodil. Question 4, B, Buxton in Derbyshire. Question 5, C, Tunisia. Question 6, B, Northern Territory. Question 7, B, China. Question 8, A, Aintree. Question 9, C, 19th century. And question 10, A, to sing. Tot up how many you got out of 10. And we'll go to answers for round 2. Number 1, B, Strauss. Number 2, D, Thumbelina. Number 3, A, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. Number 4, C, Paris. Number 5, B, Billie Holiday. Number 6, C, Pennsylvania. Number 7, D, South Pacific. Number 8, D, Vivaldi. Number 9, B, Frank Sinatra. And number 10, D, Cecil Spring Rice. How many out of 10? And the answers for round 3. Number 1, D, They burnt effigies of Judas Iscariot. Question 2, B, The Earth's axis is increasing its tilt towards the sun. Question 3, C, 1982. Question 4, A, Vostok 1. Question 5, B, New York. Question 6, A, smallpox. Question 7, C, Morse. Question 8, C, Judy Garland. Question 9, B, John. And question 10, C, George VI. Add your questions out of 10 and add the 3 rounds together. How are we doing? Last week we believe that the highest score was 54 out of 60, which was an excellent score and obviously benefited from double points in Wipeout. We know that another family tried to get double points in Wipeout and obviously got none. So it works for some and not for others. So to chance it or not to chance it, that's the question. So well done 54 to Jan and Pete. And can you come first again this week? There's a challenge for you. And here's an opportunity to earn a few bonus points. Young children in school learn phonemes, and that's where the letters that we know have certain sounds, and the sounds you blend together to make words. So the phoneme is a k, an a or a t, blend them together and you get a cat. We're going to do some phonemes tonight, but not quite like the young children do. We're going to do phonemes showing you a phone picture, the picture of a mobile phone. And as you can see, the numbers relate to certain letters. And so what we're going to do for you to gain some bonus points is to give you some numbers. And then we're going to give you 15 seconds. And during that time, you've got to convert the numbers to a word. but we're very good because we're going to give you a clue for the word. We're also going to do a couple that you don't score for, just to give you some idea of what we're talking about. So the first practice run is this one. So we're going to give you the number, it's going to be a fish. And the number is 87688. So you're looking, number 8 could be TUV, which letter? And then a 7 is a P, an R or an S. Let's put them together. What could we get? What fish can you get with 87688? And the answer is a trout. 8 is a T, 7 is an R, 6 is an O, 8 is a U, and 8 is a T. So we've got a trout. Another example. This one is a flower. 32336345. It's too many numbers for a tulip. What can it be? Well, the flower, the 3 could be a D, an E or an F. And then the 2 could be an A, a B or a C. And then, another double letter. What could it be? It's a daffodil. So it's not really as hard as it looks. So now we're going to give you 3 other numbers. We're going to give you 15 seconds. If you get each one right, you score 1 extra point. Oh, we're so generous. Okay? So 1 extra point for each one. So at the end, you can get 3 points if you get all 3 ones right. Okay, the first one for you to have a go at, a fruit. 2862236. Oh, that's the end of your time. Did you get it? It is avocado. 1 point if you got avocado, no points if you didn't. The second one. It's a TV programme. 3278363377. What is it? It is, of course, EastEnders. So that's another bonus point if you got it right. And for your third bonus point, it's an English town or city. 252257665. An English town or city. It was Blackpool. A bonus point if you got it. So that's 3 bonus points. You lucky people. So that was something a little bit different again tonight. I don't know what we can dream of for next week, but I'm sure there'll be something. Just to let you know, because we've said that we are doing this to help boost our redevelopment fund, we've just had 2 weeks of walking. A group of us from church have done a virtual walk from Balderton to London and back again. And in doing that, we have raised just over £1,200. So that's going to be put to the redevelopment fund as well. So thank you for people who have sponsored us during that. If you haven't, then there's still time to sponsor us. So come on. What else can I tell you? Very little, actually. Very little's happened this week. So we'll probably now move straight away to round 4. And round 4 is spring is here. Question 1. Who conceived the idea of daylight savings time? Was it A. Christopher Columbus, B. Theodore Roosevelt, C. Alexander Graham Bell, or D. Benjamin Franklin? Who first conceived the idea of daylight savings time? Question 2. What meal is eaten to celebrate Passover? Is it A. Kippur, B. Seder, C. Shalom, or D. Pesach? What meal is eaten to celebrate Passover? Question 3. What does the German phrase der Osterhase mean? A. Chocolate eggs, B. Easter bunny, C. Christianity, or D. He is risen? What does that German phrase mean? Question 4. What is the first day of spring called? A. The Easter equinox, B. The Easter solstice, C. The vernal equinox, or D. The spring solstice? What is the first day of spring called? Question 5. Around what day does spring begin in the northern hemisphere? Is it A. May the 21st, B. March the 21st, C. February the 21st, or D. April the 21st? Around what day does spring begin in the northern hemisphere? Question 6. Which holiday does not occur during spring? A. St. Patrick's Day, B. Father's Day, C. Easter, or D. Mother's Day? Which holiday does not occur during spring? Question 7. During the first day of spring, where does the sun rise and where does the sun set? A. Rises in due south and sets in due north. B. Rises in due east and sets in due west. C. Rises in due west and sets in due east, or D. Rises in due north and sets in due south? Where does the sun rise and set? Question 8. What myth is associated with the first day of spring? A. You're most likely to get into a plane crash. B. body hair doesn't grow on the first day of spring? C, only on that day can you balance a raw egg on its end? Or D, you see Saturn with the naked eye? What myth is associated with the first day of spring? Question 9. What does spring symbolise? A, love, B, death, C, rebirth, or D, faith? What does spring symbolise? And question 10. On the first day of spring, it's said that the day and night are exactly what length? Is it A, a 16-hour day and 8-hour night? B, a 10-hour day and a 14-hour night? C, a 12-hour day and a 12-hour night? Or D, a 14-hour day and a 10-hour night? What's the length of the day and night on the first day of spring? And that's the end of round 4. And we move to round 5, which again is a wipeout round. If you didn't play last week, I'll quickly go through the instructions. There will still be 10 questions and you still answer them A, B, C or D. But this time, if you answer all 10 questions and get all of them correct, instead of getting 10 points, you will get 20 points. If you get all of your questions right, and that's all 10, then you can double it to 20. If you don't know the answer and you leave it blank, then you score for the ones that you do know. So if you, in this example, answer 6 and you get all 6 correct, then you get 6 points. And you just score the 6 points. You don't double it, just the 6 points in this example. If you try to answer all of the questions and you get 8 right in this example and at least 1 wrong, then instead of scoring 8, the wrong answer wipes out those points, and for this round you score 0. So this round you can either score 20 points if you go for all your answers and you get them all right, just the number of points that you answer correctly, but as soon as you get 1 answer incorrect, then your score is wiped out. So it's up to you to choose which answers to write down and which answers not to. As soon as you write a wrong answer down, you score 0. So, do you need to make up your points, or aren't you quite as brave tonight? Let's see what the wipeout round questions are. Question 1. This is a duckling. Who wrote the story, The Ugly Duckling? Was it A, the Brothers Grimm, B, Aesop, C, Hans Christian Andersen, or D, Danny Kaye? Who wrote the story of The Ugly Duckling? Question 2. What is a baby hedgehog called? Is it A, a hoglet, B, a cub, C, Spiky, or D, a kitten? What's a baby hedgehog called? Question 3. If you get depressed waiting all winter for spring to arrive, you might have the disorder known as A, GLAD, glad, B, MAD, mad, C, PAD, pad, or D, SAD, sad. What disorder might you have? Question 4. Which plant has purplish blue hood-shaped flowers and is also known as monk's hood? Is it A, bluebell, B, aconite, C, harebell, or D, erica? Which plant is also known as monk's hood? Question 5. In England, spring signals the annual tradition of cleaning the home. But which of these can be used to remove rust? Is it A, parchment paper, B, vinegar, C, cornstarch, or D, aluminium foil? Which would you use to remove rust? Question 6. Who was the lead singer for the pop group The Four Seasons? Is it A, Marty Pellow, B, Peter Noone, C, Frankie Valli, or D, Martin Kemp? Who was the lead singer of The Four Seasons? Question 7. Where was TV chat host Jerry Springer born? Was it A, Las Vegas, B, Liverpool, C, London, or D, Louisville? Where was Jerry Springer born? Question 8. Bumblebees will start to emerge from hibernation during spring, sometimes as early as February. But on average, how large are bumblebee colonies? Is it A, 50,000 workers, B, 20,000 workers, C, 1,000 workers, or D, 400 workers? How many are in an average bumblebee colony? Question 9. Spring is considered to be which season of the year? Is it A, the first, B, the second, C, the third, or D, the fourth? Which season is it considered to be? And the last question of tonight's quiz, what will happen if you stood on the equator on the first day of spring? A, you will feel an electrical tingle. B, the moon will eclipse the sun. C, the sun will pass directly overhead. Or D, nothing. What will happen if you stood on the equator on the first day of spring? And I'll just give you a little while to decide which of those questions you want to include on your answer sheet. Are you going to be brave and keep them all in, or are you going to cross some out quickly? Okay, here are the answers to round 4. Number 1, D, Benjamin Franklin. Number 2, B, Seder. Number 3, B, Easter Bunny. Number 4, C, the vernal equinox. Number 5, B, March the 21st. Number 6, A, St. Patrick's Day. Number 7, B, rises in due east, sets in due west. Number 8, C, balance a raw egg on its end. 9, C, rebirth. And 10, C, day and night are both 12 hours. Add up your score out of 10. Add it to the first 3 rounds and any bonus points. And now for the wipeout answers. Oh dear, here we go. Number 1, C, Hans Christian Andersen. 2, A, hoglet. 3, D, SAD. 4, B, aconite. 5, D, aluminium foil. 6, C, Frankie Valley. 7, C, London. 8, D, 400 workers. 9, A, first. 10, C, the sun will pass directly overhead. Add your points all together, and there's a total tonight of 63 possible points. How many have you got? Or have you even tied and we need a tie break? Is it the same people who might have won? Is it the same people doing the washing up again? Let's see. If you need a tie break question, here it comes. Okay. Write down, according to the United Nations, the number of countries in Africa. How many countries in Africa, according to the United Nations? We won't ask you to name all of the countries, but how many do you actually think there were? According to the United Nations, there are 54 different countries in Africa. So hopefully now we have a winner, because it's the one who got nearest to the 54 if there was a tie-break situation. So well done. Thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget, we do like your comments. We did appreciate it last week when we got comments about the wipeout round and about the matching pairs round. So give us comments about what you felt and how you enjoyed it, or which bits you didn't tonight. We hope to see you again next week, and it will be, as usual, Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining us. Keep safe. Good night.